Hey everybody, it's time for a game of History Maker Baseball, 1987 Atlanta Braves style. As we continue to get through this season, we are now at September the 1st on their calendar date, which means the rosters will expand. So both managers have more bullpen pitchers and bench players to go to for strategy. This is game number 131 in the season. It's against the Pittsburgh Pirates here at Three River Stadium. The Braves are coming off a two-game winning streak, and their record right now is 57-73. And thanks to the two-game winning streak, the pregame rolls, they came up as fully harmonious. However, the next roll was a 5, which takes it off of the chart for no effect. But they will carry over a Gerald Perry utility till further notice. That is the one item that they will have. The Pirates, one-game losing streak, came up semi-dissonant on their pregame check, but again, they rolled a 6, so there's no effect there. Starting pitchers for today's game, Brian Fisher for the Pirates, the right-hander, and Zane Smith, the left-hander, who's been doing a lot better since he's gotten his Michael Jackson-esque pale white corrections after I spilled some juice on him and turned him all pink. So he's done better since then, and he's going to look to continue that. The hot player for today's game is Gerald Perry. The cold player is Jeff Blauser for the Braves. For the Pirates, the cold player is Andy Van Slyke, and the hot player is Bobby Bonilla. Go over the umpires very quickly. Home plate is going to be Dick Stello. At first base is Eric Gregg. Second base is Jerry Davis. And at third base was supposed to be John Hirschbeck, but he's unavailable, so Ed Montague will take that spot. And we are ready to go with Dion James to lead things off for the Braves, as game 131, first game of the month of September in this replay, is now underway. And we get a 1-4-6. 1-4-6 asks, does the pitcher have flash? Fisher has semi-flash, but the side or die says no. Is the batter a champion? Well, Dion James is a semi-champion, so we have to re-roll this to see if he is a champion, and he is not. So since he's not, he will ground to second, and we are underway with one away. That'll bring up Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell, a 1-3-4, gold catcher. Ortiz is not gold. He is a batter champion. Oberkfell is not a champion. So we have outfield drama. And on the outfield for the Pirates, Bonds is gold. Everybody else is neutral. Well, let me roll it on camera so you can see the roll. That would help, wouldn't it? 1-2. So 1-2. Right fielder iron. No, Bonilla is not iron, so he will make the play. And there's 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down go the Braves, and that'll bring up Gerald Perry, or otherwise known as the first baseman Perry. And that's a 4-4-5. Is the pitcher a workman? Fisher is a semi-workman. Decider says he's a workman, so that's a double for Perry. He gets a 2-out double. He was the designated hot batter coming into this game, and he continues hot as he hits a 2-out double, brings up Dale Murphy. The Murph. It's a 1-3-6. Is the pitcher an ace? No. Is Murphy whiffer or cold? Murphy is a semi-whiffer. Decider says he's a whiffer, so unfortunately for him, it is a strikeout. And the top of the first is over. So we go to the bottom of the first, no score. And Barry Bonds will be leading things off, the left fielder for the Pirates, against Zane Smith. Lefty on lefty matchup. It is a 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Is the batter whiffer or cold? No, he's not. So we got infield drama. And on the infield, we have Blauser is semi-iron. Everyone else is neutral. So Blauser will be neutral also. 4-4 in infield drama. Pitcher gold. Well, Zane Smith just happens to be gold. He just happens to be gold. So, bad hop, but pitcher saves play. Batter out at first. So, a 1-3 ground out for out number 1. And that was in purple, so we will be going to the chemistry chart. It's 2-5. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. I meant to roll the 2 dice because it's chemistry. My bad. All right, 5-6, that means that Pittsburgh is dissonant. 5-6 pitching team dissonance. No, Braves pitching are harmonious. So it will be a strikeout, and that's out number 2 as Jose Lean goes down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down. That results in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. Semi-hot pitcher Zane Smith against neutral batter. Now they're both neutral. 1-2, hot batter. No, he's not, so it's a ground out to short. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for either team in this game. And we go to the second. Tied at 0-0, obviously. And that'll bring up Ken Griffey, the veteran, against Brian Fisher. That's a 1-3-5. That's the unusual play. And on a red 1 and a black 3, that is what's called memorable plays in the field. So we'll look at memorable plays in the field and see what happens. 5-6. 5-6. First baseman iron. No, Mike Diaz is not iron. If he was, he let a throw get by him. Otherwise, it's out at first. If I had the little action cards, I could say who was going to field that play, but I'm not using those. So we'll just say since Griffey was batting, it was a 4-3 ground out. And that's 1 away here in the top of the second. Brings up Ted Simmons, the catcher. And that's a 3-4-5 for Simmons. Ask if it's an iron catcher. No. Has Simmons got a good eye? No, he doesn't. So he will strike out for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that result was in blue. So we're going right to the right now chart. Fisher semi-hot, and the batter Blauser is neutral. 2-5. He is going to be a hot pitcher, but it asks about a hot batter. He is not a hot batter, so he will line it to first, and the inning is over. So nothing doing there for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. And that'll bring up Bonilla to lead things off. And you got a 1-5-6. And that's going to ask, is he a whiffer? Bonilla is not a whiffer, so we go to outfield drama. And in the outfield again for the Braves, everyone is neutral. And that's a 1-4. 1-4 on outfield drama says right fielder gold. No, Murphy's listed as neutral, so it will be a single. He will not get to that ball. So Bonilla's base knock or knock drops in front of Murphy for the first base hit of the ball game for the Pirates. Hey Stratomatic, how you doing? Stratomatic Delaware. That result was also in red, so we're going to the experience chart, and that's going to be for the next batter, Diaz, who's a semi-prospect. Zane Smith is neutral. So he is going to be a prospect. 1-5, and it is prospect batter. Loses focus, swings at junk pitch, line out. So it's a line out by Diaz. We'll say lines to Blauser for out number 1. And that'll bring up Darnell Coles, the right fielder. Hello, Mr. Espo. How you doing? Darnell Coles. 4-5-5. Does the pitcher have flash? Zane Smith has semi-flash. Desired Eye says he has flash, so it's a strikeout. So 2 down. And in case somebody missed it, a while back I spilled some juice on the Zane Smith card by accident, turned it all pink. So I tried to do the Michael Jackson thing and try to, use as much white as I could to try to cover that up, but it still showed the player results. So that's why Zane Smith is looking a little pinkish, if you want to know the truth as to why that was. All right, now. So Darnell Coles to the struckouts. Now it's Junior Ortiz to the plate. 1-1-2 for Ortiz. Does the pitcher have flash? Again, semi-flash. Desired Eye says he has flash, so it's another strikeout for Zane Smith. And ever since he's gone pink, he has been very effective. So we've completed 2 innings of play here at Three River, no score. Brings up Glenn Mother Hubbard to lead things off. 1-4-6. Does the pitcher have flash? Well, Fisher this time is semi-flash. Desired Eye says he does. So it's another strikeout. So how about a lot of flashes going on here? That'll bring up the pitcher, Zane Smith. And Zane Smith, 4-6-6. Is the pitcher wild? No. Fisher has semi-control. Is he a home run king or slugger? Not hardly. But it's going to be a single to left field. How about that? Zane Smith, because he wasn't a slugger or a home run king, managed to get a single out of that. So it's a 1-out single for Zane Smith. Back to the top of the order, and Dion James. 2-3-3. Is he an ace or a star? No, he's not. Is the batter a slugger? No, he's not. So it's a fly out to center for Dion James. Out number 2. That'll bring up Ken Oberkfell. 2 outs and Zane Smith still at first. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? Yes, no, he's not. Fisher is a semi-workman. Desired Eye says no, so we skip that. Is batter champion or a whiffer? No, he's not. So it's a line out to third. And Oberkfell is gone. So are the Braves. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, no score. And shortstop Al Padrique steps to the plate. Padrique 1-3-5, and that's the unusual play again. And this time when the red 1 and black 5, that means balks and bogeys. So we go to our balks and bogeys micro chart. And we get a 1-6. 1-6 says line out to as many outs as possible. Possible triple play. But there's only one. I mean, it's a leadoff batter, so it's simply going to be a line out. We'll call it the short for out number 1. But it could have been a triple play had there been runners on base, but didn't happen this time. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Larry Harris, how you doing? All right, next up is the pitcher, Fisher. 3-4-4, prospect pitcher, no he's not. Is the batter a patient? No, Fisher's not patient. He will pop to second, and that's 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down. We're back to the top of the order, and Barry Bonds. Bonds grounded back to Zane Smith his first time up. 2-3-6, that's the double control, which they don't have, so it's an automatic walk for Barry Bonds. He will draw a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Jose Lind. And Lind, a 3-3-5. Ask, is the pitcher wild? Zane Smith is not wild. Is Lind a sad sack? No, he's not. So he will single to right field, and he will steal a base. So Jose Lind's single will move Barry Bonds to third, and then Lind will steal second base on the Van Slyke at bat. So runners are at second and third. Hello, Mark Harris. Runners are at second and third with 2 outs for Andy Van Slyke. And we get a 2-3-5. And I ask, is the pitcher wild? No, he's not. Is Van Slyke eager? He is not eager. So he will ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. So Van Slyke left 2 runners on base. And at the end of 3, we are still scoreless. So that'll bring up Gerald Perry, or first baseman Perry. And since we're starting the 4th inning on this 1987 set, this is the last inning of full freshness for both starters. Perry, 2-4-5, and ask, is he a hero? Perry is a semi-hero. It's his only quality. Desired Eye says he's a hero. So it's a base hit, and he continues his hot hitting. 2 for 2, a single and a double. And that'll bring up the Murph, Dale Murphy, trying to get something going here. 1-3-5, I rolled it again. How about that? I keep rolling these weird results. So again, it goes back to the balks and bogeys. The red 1 and black 5. That is a balk and bogey. So we'll see what happens on balks and bogeys this time with Murphy at the plate. It's a 1-2. Routine fly ball lost by outfielder. Batter safe at second on 2-base error. How about that? 2-base error. Now Murphy's batting, so we'll say he flew to left. So Bonds is going to get tagged with a 2-base error. E7, 2-base error on Bonds. And that will put runners at second and third with nobody out. So the Braves have something cooking here in the top of the 4th. That's one again, and if I had been using those fast action cards, it would have told me which outfielder, but since it's a pull hitter, I went ahead and went with Murphy to go to left field. Here's Griffey, second, third, nobody out. Infield's back, they need an out. 5-5-6, 5-5-6, ask, is the pitcher an ace? No, he's not. Is Griffey a sad sack? No, he's not. That's a double to right field for Griffey, and that will plate 2. And the Braves now grab a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. Still nobody out. Runner at second is Griffey. Brings up Ted Simmons, giving Ozzie Virgil the day off. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? Like I said, we're in the 4th inning, and on these older sets, you get up to 4 innings of freshness. He is fresh. So that's a ground out to the shortstop, and with the play at second base, or runner at second, he had to hold. So couldn't go anywhere. Griffey's still at second, 1 out for Jeff Blauser. That's a 2-4-4. 2-4-4, ask, is the pitcher an ace? No, he's not. Is Blauser a champion? No. It's a ground out to short, so unless he's a whiffer. Now, Blauser's a semi-whiffer. Desired Eye says he's a whiffer, so actually he will strike out for out number 2. And, of course, again, Griffey had to hold. All right, now Hubbard's up, but the pitcher Smith is next. They could walk Hubbard and get to Smith, but Smith singled his last time up. So they're going to go ahead and pitch to Hubbard. Nope, check that. They're going to go ahead and play the percentages. They're going to walk Hubbard intentionally. And that puts runners at first and second. 2 outs for Zane Smith. 3-4-4. Is it a prospect pitcher? Yes, he is. Brian Fisher is a semi-prospect. Decider says he's a prospect. So now we got a fence check. So we're going to a fence check. Zane Smith is a scrapper. So he can't hit a home run, but he could go up to a triple with a 6. It's a 2, so it's a single. But that's still with a single. And that original roll was a 3, so the runners go 2 bases. So that's an RBI single for Zane Smith. So he drives in Griffey, and that the intentional walk failed again with the strategy. Zane Smith now 2 for 2 with the RBI. And the Braves now lead at 3-0. And Jim Leland, not a happy man. Here's Deion James. 2-3-4. 2-3-4. Runners on base. Yes, there are. We have plate drama. So plate drama with runners at the corners and 2 outs. It's a 3-5, and it says catcher gold. No, Ortiz is not gold. So it's a pass ball, and that will bring home Hubbard with a pass ball run, making it 4-0. So pass ball on Ortiz, and that will also move Zane Smith to second base. It's now 4-0. And let's see, on that pass ball, that goes in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart. Again, the Pirates are semi-dissonant, and the Braves are harmonious. All right, now we got neutral against harmonious. 5-6. Pitching team distance. A good thing they didn't get the decider die because they would have been dissonant. So it's a strikeout instead, and Deion James is out. And so are the Braves here in the 4th, but they pick up 4 runs. And mostly thanks to Griffey's double. So after 3.5, it's Atlanta 4, Pittsburgh nothing. They got their work cut out for them. That strikeout was in blue, so we will go to the right now chart for the first at bat, and it's Bobby Bonilla. He's going to be semi-hot because he had a single last time, and Zane Smith's going to be neutral because he got a ground out. 6-6 on the right now chart. Hot batter, yes he is. Smashes pitch into center field stands, home run. So Bobby Bonilla continues to be the hot batter. He was the hot batter coming into the game, and now he's 2 for 2 with a homer. It's a solo shot, so it's only 4-1. And that'll bring up Mike Diaz. Diaz, a 1-4-5. So we'll see what happens with Diaz. 1-4-5 is a pitcher. Struggler, no. It's a ground ball to third. And there's one away. That brings up Darnell Coles. 2-3-4. There are no people on base. So there's no plate drama. Is he a hot batter? No, he's not. So he will pop to third. 2 down as Zane Smith tries to recover from that home run. Still got a 4-1 lead, though. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Is the batter Ortiz patient? No, he's not. He's actually semi-eager. So he will ground out to third, and the inning is over. But the Pirates at least get on the scoreboard thanks to the Bobby Bonilla blast. And after 4 complete, it's Atlanta 4, Pittsburgh 1. And now both pitchers are semi-fresh. Here's Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell on the day is 0 for 2. Fly to right and line to third. 3-5-5. Is he a struggler? No. Is Oberkfell a champion? No. So he will ground to second. Handled by Jose Lind. 1 away. That brings up first baseman Perry. Perry, 1-2-2. Is he a workman? Not this time. He's a semi-workman. Decider die says no. Is he a better champion or whiffer? No, he's not. So he will line out to Bonilla at third for 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down for Murph. Murphy, 1-6-6. Is he a workman? Yes, he is. Decider die makes him a workman. That's a single to left field for Murphy. 2-out single. Trying to get something started. And here's Griffey. He doubled his last time up at that big 2-run double. And it's 2-3-5, which I ask about, is the pitcher wild? No, he's not. Is Griffey eager? No, he's not. He will ground to second. And Lind will take care of that. And take care of the Braves here in the 5th. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 4-1 in favor of the Braves. And Al Pedrique, shortstop, steps to the plate. Pedrique, 2-2-6. That's asking if he's hit by a pitch. Desire dies a dot, so Pedrique gets plunked. Zane Smith let one get away. He hits Pedrique, and that will bring up the pitcher, Fisher, who's going to bunt. And as long as this is not a 6, he'll be okay. It's a 2, so that's an easy sacrifice. So sacrifice for Fisher. We'll call it 2-3. Say Simmons got out there and got it. So Pedrique goes to second, gets in scoring position for Barry Bonds. And Bonds has been quiet. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. It's 2-3-3. Asking, is the pitcher an ace or a star? No, he's not. Is the batter a slugger? You know what? Barry Bonds just happens to be a slugger. So that's a home run to left field. So opposite field shot for Barry Bonds. This was before the steroids took effect, when he was a real baseball player. But it's still going to be a 2-run homer, opposite field shot. And it's 4-3. The lead has been cut to 4-3. Brings up Jose Leaned. Lean, 2-2-6, and again, it's hit by a pitch. Desire dies a dot, so maybe that's a retaliation from the home run. I don't know, but that's two hit batters by Zane Smith. The Braves batters may have to watch out and see if Fisher retaliates. Warnings have been issued by Dick Stello, so the next hit batter is going to be an ejection. Here's Van Slyke, 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Desire Die says he's fresh because of the semi-freshness. So that means it's going to be a line out to second for out number 2. 2 down for Bonilla, and he homered last time. It's a 1-3-4. Is the catcher gold? No, he's not. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. Outfield drama, and everyone in the Braves outfield is neutral. Get a 3-6 for outfield drama. Left fielder stoic. No, Ken Griffey is not stoic. He's neutral. So he will get to that ball and catch it for the final out of the inning. But thanks to Barry Bonds, the Pirates draw closer. After 5 complete, it's the Braves 4 and the Pirates 3. And we'll start the top of the 6th. Ted Simmons. And this is the last inning of freshness, or semi-freshness for both pitchers. It's a 3-6-6. Is he a pinch hitter? No, so he's going to fly to center. There's one away. Brings up Jeff Blauser, and Blauser's 0 for 2 with a K. And that's a 1-2-2. Ask if he's a workman. No, he's not. Decider Die says no. Is the batter champion or a whiffer? Well, he's a semi-whiffer, so we're going to have to re-roll and see if he's actually going to be a whiffer or not. He is not. So instead of nubbing a hit, he will line to third. And that's out number 2 as Bonilla hauls that in. Brings up Glenn Hubbard. Glenn Mother Hubbard. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout, and an intentional walk. And that's a 2-4-5, asking if he's a hero. And he's not a hero, so he's going to pop to second, which will end the top of the 6th. And that result was in red, so we go to the experience chart for the next at bat. Mike Diaz is a semi-prospect, and Zane Smith is neutral off of the experience chart. We get a 4-6, so they're both neutral. 4-6, icon pitcher. No, he's not an icon. If he was, he'd get a strikeout. Otherwise, hard shot to shallow right. Great play by first baseman to pitcher out. So it's a 3-1 put out. Perry to Smith for out number 1. Here's Darnell Coles. Jerry, welcome back. I'm not sure what you saw, but last inning Barry Bonds hit a 2-run homer to cut the lead to 4-3. So not sure how much you missed on that, but we're in the bottom of the 6th now, still 4-3. Darnell Coles, 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? No. Is he a champion? No. Ground out to short. So it's ground out to Blauser for out number 2. That brings up Junior Ortiz. He's of course catching because of the lefty on the mound. They didn't use LaValliere against lefties. 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No. Champion or patient? No. We got infield drama. And in the infield, Blauser semi-iron. Everyone else is neutral. So Blauser will be iron, but it's a 6-6. 6-6 ask about first baseman Gold. Nope, it's going to be an error on Perry as he boots that one. E3. It's a one-base error. Keeps the inning going. And that brings up Al Padrique. Fisher is up next, so if Padrique gets on, we will get a pinch hitter. It's a 1-4-4. That's asking if the pitcher has flash. Yes, he does. Zane Smith has semi-flash. Desired says he had flash, so it is a strikeout. And the 6th inning is over. So after 6 complete, the score still Atlanta 4 and Pittsburgh 3. Now decision time for Chuck Tanner. Zane Smith is set to lead off the top of the 7th. Do you want to keep with Zane Smith or do you go to the bullpen? That's the question. And the Braves bullpen has been a little shaky as of late. But they could, and he does have the lead, so you would like to get some extra runs though. But Zane Smith is 2 for 2 as a batter, so that's going to make Chuck Tanner's decision easier. He's going to keep him in. 1-2-4, 1-2-4 control pitcher. Yes, Brian Fisher has semi-control. Desired says he has control. So it's going to be a ground out to short. And so even if you pinch hit, it would have still been a ground out to short. So probably wise to not pinch hit. Here's Deion James. 4-5-6. 4-5-6 is Deion James patient? No, it's a fly to center for out number 2. And I'm going to do my best not to use Paul Osemacher in this game if I can halfway avoid it. His ERA right now is over 8. So, and he's kind of my guy I've been picking on in the on Facebook. So, anyway, chemistry check. 4-5. 4-5 batting team harmony. Yes, they are. Focus batter waits on pitch for a walk. So it's a 2-out walk to Obergefell. And that'll bring up the red-hot Perry. 2 for 3, single and a double. It's a 3-3-4. And a 3-3-4 asks, is the pitcher an ace or a star? No, he's not. Is he a sad sack? No. It's a single to left field by Perry. And that will move Obergefell over to third. So runners will be at the corners with 2 outs for Dale Murphy. And now the Pirate bullpen, you wonder if they want to go to somebody. I know Fisher's going to lead off, but I think they're going to go to the pen because they don't want this getting away from them, especially with Murphy coming up. So we're going to get a move by Jim Leland. He's going to go to his pen, and he's going to look to bring in, with Murphy coming up, they're going to go to Bob Walk. Bob Walk. In fact, it's going to be a double switch so that Bob Walk doesn't have to lead off. They're going to do a double switch. So Bob Walk will be in the leadoff spot, and coming in to play, let's see, coming in to play right field will be R.J. Reynolds. So R.J. Reynolds, let's get some administrative duties straight here. R.J. Reynolds will come in and bat 9th, and Bob Walk will be in the game, and he will bat in the number 6 position. So he will bat after Diaz, as Darnell Coles is being removed from the game via the double switch. So let's put the pitcher hitting card in that spot so I know where it is. It's on my score sheet, but it's better to have it where I can see it. All right, so now we're straight. Bob Walk is the new pitcher batting in the 6th position on the double switch. And the new right fielder is R.J. Reynolds. He will bat in the 9th spot. And Walk will be an ace his first at bat as he faces Dale Murphy with runners at the corners and 2 outs, trying to keep the score at 4-3. It is a 1-1-3. 1-1-3 asks, is the pitcher an ace? Yes, he is. It's a ground out to first, and the inning is over. Had he not been an ace, Murphy would have struck out anyway because he was a home run king. So either way, it would have been an out. But you never know that when you make these changes. So bottom line, nothing for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. And R.J. Reynolds will lead things off. He came in on that double switch. So the new right fielder, R.J. Reynolds, steps to the plate. It's a 2-2-6, and they did it again. He's hit his 3rd batter, and Dick Stello says, that's enough, you're out of here. So Zane Smith has hit his 3rd batter, and he has just been ejected from the ball game. 3rd hit batter of the game, Chuck Tanner is disputing that, saying the ball slipped and he's having a little bit of control problems, but Stello's not buying it. It's going to be an ejection, so the new pitcher will get a time to warm up, so he won't be penalized for not being warm. So they're going to go to a left-hander. It won't be Ossenmacher. It'll be Ed Olwine, if I can find his card. Sometimes it gets hidden back here. Where are you, Mr. Olwine? Must have got mixed in with the batters. Yeah, okay, here he is. There's Ed Olwine. So Ed Olwine is in. He will be an ace this first at bat as he faces Barry Bonds. So a little bit of tension here at Three Rivers after these hit batsmen. We'll see what happens. Here's Barry Bonds. To 4-5-6, is Bonds patient? No, he will fly to center, and that's one away. And that takes us to the chemistry chart, where the Pirates are semi-dissonant and the Braves are harmonious for the Jose Leaned at bat. All right, they are going to be neutral. 5-6. Pitching team distance. No, it's a strikeout. So 2 down, thanks to the strikeout of Jose Leaned. That results in blue. We're going to stay with the chart here for right now, which means Olwine is hot and Van Slyke is neutral. It's a 6-6. Hot batter, nope. But we got a fence check anyway. It would have been an automatic home run, but we do have a fence check when you roll this 6-6. And Van Slyke's a slugger, so good chance for him to get on the board here. A 5 or 6 will be a home run. And it is a 6. It's a home run for Van Slyke. So the big 3 from the Pirates have all contributed home runs. Van Slyke, Bonds, and Bonilla. And we now have a tie ball game at 4. And Zane Smith is no longer the pitcher of record. Neither is Fisher, for that matter, as we are tied at 4. Tied at 4, thanks to the home run by Van Slyke. That'll bring up Bobby Bowe with 2 outs and nobody on. Actually, check that. That was a 2-run homer because the runner was on first. So the Pirates actually get the lead here. Almost missed that because it's at the bottom of the page. But R.J. Reynolds was already on first after that hit batsman. So that's a 2-run shot. And the Pirates now grab a 5-4 lead. So I want to get that straight. All right, 1-3-4 for Bonilla's at bat. Goal catcher, no. Champion, no. Outfield drama. And everyone in the outfield is neutral. It's a 4-4. 4-4. Center fielder iron, no, he's not. It's a fly out. And that's going to end the 7th inning. But it's a profitable one for the Pirates as Andy Van Slyke goes yard. And they get Zane Smith out of the game. Couple different things that helped them out there. We go to the 8th. Bob Walk will now be semi-fresh. That last result was in purple, so we will start the first batter of the 8th on the chemistry chart. And it'll be Vance Griffey batting with semi-dissonant Pittsburgh against harmonious Atlanta. All right, it's 3-3. Pitching team distance, no. The side die says they're not dissonant. If they were, it'd be a base hit. Otherwise, it's a ground out to first. So Griffey will ground it to Diaz for out number 1. Brings up Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons, a 2.25. Is he a star? Bob Walk is a semi-star. The side eye says he's a star. So therefore, it's a ground out of the infielder of our choice. We'll say he grounds to Leaned for out number 2. That'll bring up Jeff Blauser. That's a 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. He's definitely flash because of the side eye. He's also fresh because of the side eye, so it will be a strikeout. And down go the Braves here in the 8th. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it will be a pitching change for Atlanta. Olwine will be lifted, and they'll go to another one of their relievers, which will be Jim Acker. So Jim Acker is on to try to keep the score right where it is at 5-4 if he possibly can. All right, so he'll be an ace his first at bat as he faces Mike Diaz. Actually, he won't be facing Diaz because with that pitching change, Diaz, the first baseman, will be pinch hit for by Sid Bream. So Sid Bream is going to come in and hit for Diaz. Bream will hit for Diaz, and then we'll get a pinch hitter for Walk on top of that as well. So Bream's going to hit for Diaz, and then they'll go to Cangelosi for the pinch hitter for the pitcher. And of course, Bream will stay in the game to play first base. All right, here's Sid Bream against Acker. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? No. Is Bream patient? No. It's a ground out to first. And there's one away. And now we'll get a pinch hitter for Bob Walk. And it will be the aforementioned John Cangelosi. He steps to the plate. Cangelosi will hit for Walk, and then Jeff Robinson will come in and try to close it for the Pirates in the 9th. All right, so Cangelosi steps to the plate against Acker. And we get a 1-1-5. That's a freshness check, and he is fresh. It's a pop out. We'll say Cangelosi popped it out to Oberkfell for out number 2. And now that brings up Junior Ortiz, Ortiz, a 2-3-4. No runners on base. Is he a hot batter? No, he's not. So he will pop to third. That does it for the Pirates here in the 8th. So we go to the 9th. Last chance for the Braves, and they'll have to do it against Jeff Robinson of the Pirates. And Jeff Robinson is already a star. He will be an ace his first at bat. He's going to be facing Hubbard, a pinch hitter for Acker, and then Deion James. The question is, who do the Braves want to use as a pinch hitter? It might depend on if the lead batter reaches or not Hubbard. So Hubbard's going to get the first crack against Jeff Robinson. See what he can do. Robinson is an ace this first at bat. It's a 2-3-4. Nobody's on base. Is he a hot batter? Hubbard is not a hot batter. He will pop to third, one away. And now we'll get a pinch hitter. And it looks like it's going to be, pinch hitter is going to be they're going to go with Greg Nettles. So Greg Nettles is going to pinch hit. Nettles will pinch hit for Acker. See what he can do. As the Braves are down to their last 2 outs. They had a 4-0 lead and have blown it. And it hasn't even been the fault of Osemacher either. All right, here is a 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Whiffer or Cole? No, he's not. So we got infield drama. So infield drama for the Pirates. And leaned is gold. Everyone else is neutral. It's a 5-6. First baseman gold. No, Bream is not gold. He's neutral. So ball sails over his head for an error. So that's going to be an error on the throw. So we'll say it's an error on leaned, E4. And that will put the runner on as lean makes the error. In fact, Nettles will be replaced for a pinch runner, Albert Hall, to get an active runner on the base. So Albert Hall will run for Nettles. Pinch runner for Nettles. So he's at first base with 1 out, and Deion James, the batter. So Deion James steps to the plate against Robinson. It's a 3-4-6. Blank for the pitcher. Is he eager? No, he's not. So we got a walk. So that's going to be a walk, and that's going to put 2 on with 1 out. Good speed on the bases. And we go to the chemistry chart. And Oberkfell's at bat against the Pirates will be harmonious for the Braves, semi-dissonant for Pittsburgh. They are going to be dissonant because of the sire die. 1-2. Batting team distance. No, it's not distance. It's a fence check. So Oberkfell has a fence check. This will score a run guaranteed. He's a scrapper, but the least he can do or worst he can do is a single. That's a 3. That will be a double. So that is a double for Oberkfell. That will score the tying run as Hall trots in. And going to third is Deion James. So runners are at second and third with 1 out in a tie ball game now, 5-5. And the infield's going to have to come in. They want to cut that run off. Here's Perry. It's a 1-4-6. Does the pitcher have flash? He's got semi-flash, but sire die is blank. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. We got a ground out to second And with the lead die of 1 infield in, his runners had to hold. So that's 2 away. And now it's up to Murphy. Do you walk Murphy and pitch to Griffey? That's what they're going to do. They're going to intentionally walk Murphy. They don't want Murphy to beat them. So now the bases are loaded for Griffey. 2-3-6. That's a double control, and unfortunately that's another walk. 3rd walk of the inning for Robinson. He is forced in the go-ahead run as Griffey will get an RBI on the bases loaded walk. And the Braves now take a 6-5 lead. Brings up Ted Simmons. 3-5-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's a semi-struggler, but not a full struggler. Is the batter a champion? No, it's a ground out to second to end the inning. And so the Braves pick up 2 here in the top of the 9th. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is now a score of 6-5 Braves. And we need a new pitcher for Acker to come in and see what he can do. And I'm going to defy the odds, folks. Paul Assenmacher is going to get his chance to get a save. So Paul Assenmacher, I badmouthed him on Facebook all this time, but I'm going to give him his just chance, and he's going to get a chance now to get a save in this ball game. The only, let's see, they got pinch hitters available for the Braves are LaValliere and Harper. So they're going to stick with what they've got. Here's Al Padrique. Assenmacher is an ace his first at bat. It's a 4-4-6. Is he a star? No. Is the batter sad sack, utility, or patient? None of that, so it's a base hit for Padrique. So a leadoff single for Padrique. Takes us to the right now chart. Right now chart based on the red result. But we're going to override that because the Pirates are going to bunt to try to get the tying run in scoring position. And it's a good bunt, 3. So R.J. Reynolds, sacrifice hit. We'll call it 2-4. And runner moves up. So runners at second. Tying runs in scoring position with 1 out for Barry Bonds. Now, do you walk Barry Bonds? If you walk Bonds, you end up putting the go-ahead run on base. So they're going to go ahead and pitch to Bonds, lefty on lefty. It's a 1-2-6. Ask, is he fresh? Yes, he is. He is fresh because we're in the first inning, and the decider die, because of the freshness check, I'll show it in the book, the 1-2-6 check. The 1-2-6 check says line out to second. Now, anytime there's a base runner where the fielder is, i.e., a runner on second and a line out to second, it's a possible double play. If the decider die is a dot, it's a double play. So Barry Bonds just lined into a game-ending double play. Hubbard took it 4 and then doubles off Padrique 4 unassisted. Double play ends the ball game, and Paul Assenmacher, of all people, earns the save in this ball game for the Braves, as they have now won 3 in a row, as they hold on and defeat the Pirates by the final score of 6-5. And Paul Assenmacher, obviously his first save of the season. So I don't know how it's going to help his ERA. Maybe it'll get under 8 finally. I don't know. But the Braves do it. Winning pitcher was Jim Acker. The losing pitcher was Jeff Robinson. And Paul Assenmacher gets the incredible save. So history here made on History Maker Baseball on the channel with Paul Assenmacher getting the rarity of saves. You might have another solar eclipse before he gets another save, but he got the chance and he took it and he made the most of it. So there's your ball game. Atlanta now proves to 58-73 after 131 games. They have won 3 in a row. They've won the first 2 games here at Three Rivers, and they're going to go for the sweep tomorrow against the Pirates. Have to see if they can't hold on here. They got some good karma now that Assenmacher has gotten a save. That may really help their team. Now they did have some questionable things about Zane Smith getting thrown out for hitting 3 batters, but that's just the way it is. So don't think the league's handing down any suspensions or anything like that. It was just simply Dick Stello had seen enough and gave Zane Smith the heave-ho. But the Braves overcome, and little wildness by Jeff Robinson did the trick and allowed the Braves to come back and win the ball game by the final score of 6-5. So thanks everybody for tuning in and spending a part of your evening with me. Makes it a whole lot more fun when I do these, when there's people chatting in the room. Even if I don't get to see the chat, it's nice to know you're there. And again, I didn't do all the totals yet, but there's your final score. Atlanta 6, Pittsburgh 5. And like I said, the winning pitcher is Acker. Save goes to Acker. Loss goes to Robinson. I'll fill in all these stats off camera. In fact, when I go home tonight, I'll put these in Stratomatic PC game, and that's how I keep my stats. Ken, that was game 131, so they only played 161 on the season because there was one rainout that did not get made up. So we're down to 29 games. That was the game from September 1st. The rosters have expanded, so I've got plenty of bullpen guys I can go to now, and pinch hitters for both teams. So let me turn this around here. Maybe not that you want to see me, but anyway, here I am. I'm here. That's it from here. Hope everybody has a wonderful day playing whatever you choose to play. And tune into I guess the Nats are on. I saw a comment about, I think it was Scherzer had a doubleheader. I mean, a no-hitter or something. So check all that stuff out. I got to get ready to get out of here. I got a place to be at 15 minutes, so I need to get going. But I did want to get this in and put in game number 131 in the books, with the Braves winning by the final score of 6-5. And the headline of the whole thing was Paul Acker recording his first save. So that's the one that did everything. All right, until next time, we'll see you guys down the road.